down. Every corner's mine, I own this town. Sire scream, my setup's tight. I bled for this win in the virtual light. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I chase the line, I earn my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, is mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I pay my dues. Study every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. 100 ways to crash, but not tonight. I've chased the line, I've earned my fight. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this over, I'm winning tonight. No resets, no excuses, I paid my dues. Studied every apex, I've got nothing to lose. The pack's behind me, checkers in my sight. I'm the king of this server, I'm winning tonight. Shift up, hold steady, I'm crossing that line. I race in glory, this moment's mine. Pedal down, no fear, I'm taking flight. This track, this race, it's mine tonight. Burning and pixels collide. Steel and rubber in a world online. Every corner's a war to survive. Lead foot's keeping the fire alive. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame we rise again. Lead foot TV, where the night won't end. Screaming sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Lead foot TV, lead foot TV, lead foot TV. Engines in the void, thundering loud. Virtual tracks, but the crowd still shout. Through the crash and the flame we rise again. Lead foot TV, where the night won't end. Tires scream, sparks in the haze. Metal hearts locked in digital rage. Every lap is a line in the sand, driven faster by a ghostly hand. Lead foot TV, lead foot TV, lead foot TV, lead foot TV, lead foot TV. TV. Engines in the dark, waiting to scream. Steel and thunder, born from a dream. Shadows Leadfoot TV, feel the ground ignite. Through the smoke and fire, into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Lights on the horizon, fire in the veins. Every lap written in blood and chains. The track remembers, it takes its due. Legends fallen, and legends break through. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Leadfoot TV, the fire never dies. Leadfoot TV, feel the ground ignite. Through the smoke and fire, into the night. Slow and heavy, the storm begins. Glory is calling, only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. Only one wins. No retreat, no disguise. Engines awaken under blackened skies. One by one, the echoes rise. Leadfoot TV, the fire never dies.
You talk too much, but the track don't lie. Quit stalling out, quit wasting time. Let me wait for this, pedal to the floor. Quit whining, drive like you want more. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On Leadfoot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire is the throttle we trust. Webbing doors at 200 strong. The weak get wrecked, the brave roll on. Every lap's a war, no mercy inside. If you came to complain, step off the ride. The time is ticking, the engine's roared. Whine and drive, that's what it's for. From the sims to the screen, it's the edge of your seat. Burning rubber where legends compete. Quit whining and drive, feel the fury ignite. On Leadfoot TV, it's a battle tonight. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Lights out, hearts pounding, the countdown scream. You're trapped in the cockpit of a digital dream. No tears, no fear, just a checkered sky. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive or get left behind. Quit whining and drive, let the wild take control. On Leadfoot TV, it's a race for the soul. Quit whining and drive, leave it down in the dust. Steel and fire, it's the throttle we trust. Green flags alive. Quit whining and drive.
Screens lit up, the grid's alive. Engines roar in this digital drive. Sweat on my brow, I burn the midnight oil. Lap after lap, carve my name in the sun.
Hello, race fans across the world. Welcome in to Leadfoot TV, simulcasting on LSR TV. We are live here at virtual Irwindale Speedway for the Tiffy 125. This is race number 10 on our schedule tonight. This will be championship night for the Leadfoot Racing League. I'm your temporary host, Tracy Brown / producer, and down at the other end of our virtual couch, sitting here to watch this thing, is our good buddy Charles Osberg. Well, I was going to call you Osberg. Charles Oberg. I tease him a bit because some people have messed up his name in the past. But his name is Charles Oberg. Does a wonderful job here for us, and so me and Charles are going to be taking you through the start of this thing. How you doing tonight, Charles? You doing okay, buddy?
Yeah, Tracy. I mean, what a great weekend. Not only in this league, but NASCAR championships. All weekend long we've been treated to some great championship racing, and I don't expect any difference tonight. We know Justin Brooks is kind of got everything in the bag, but there's a lot of other guys. If we go down the points, that we really got to watch out for. So for the rest of the field, it's not a give me that they finish second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth. It's going to be great, Tracy.
Yeah, it sure is, Charles. And yeah, pretty much Justin Brooks has this thing sewed up. Even though we run a 10 race schedule, we do allow for one drop race. And so Justin has a victory sewed up in his just being dropped right now that isn't represented or isn't represented. So even if he weren't to show up tonight, he would gain an additional 41 points, which is beyond striking distance for our second, or the guy in second in points, Shane Hodges, into 15, who with 295 points, who is 54 points behind. But that's where things start to get a little bit interesting because we've got Aiden Neese running around here with 279 points, and he's only 16 points behind Shane Hodges. Definitely within striking range there to take over the second position. And we've got Landon Brown in fourth. He is 21 points behind Aiden. So again, he's within striking distance. And then as you can see, going on down fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. I mean, the battle is really close. And honestly, I don't even see Carter Levi joining in with us tonight. So Cameron Chandler is here. So it'll be interesting to see how the points shake out and how the drop races shake out. But it looks like Cameron to me, or it looks like to me anyway, Cameron should be able to jump over Carter Levi. I'm not sure what kind of lowest race Carter has in the bag there, and Chris Norris completes our top 10 in points. So if you just kind of want to read through them real quick there, Charles, help our brother out here for a second, man.
Yeah, you got Jacob Prince sitting in 11th right now. Stephen Luttrell sitting in 12th. Jason Woodham in 13th. John Forbes Jr. coming in 14th. Dylan Porter III coming in 15th. Travis Lapinus is in 16th. Austin Pack, he's in here in 17th. Lenny Brown, 18th. Carter Grogan, 19th. And Andrew W. Payne, rounds out the top 20 here. And then going back to 21, 22, 23, you got Jacob Brown, Chad Collins, Bruce Pearson, Chris Davis, the eighth. Wow, that's a lot of Chris Davises in that family.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them, aren't there?
Yeah, there's Kalen Gibson, Hunter Carlson, Bruce Nielsen, Christopher M. James, Ross Dalton, and Carter Pendleton. And then Chris Golden is in there, and Joshua Cole will round up your points, 31 and 32 place.
Yeah, so how about that? We've had 32 competitors that have run a season with us, and we'll be wrapping it up here with, I think we've got 11 guys going to be starting on the grid tonight. And tonight is the Tiffy 125. That's sponsored by the driver of the number 56, Chris Norris, who kind of has a... let's just call it a unique paint scheme here. I think this kind of goes out to a couple of his buddies. Anyway, and it also goes out to our man, Wesley Outland, who is running a little bit behind. I think he's in a checkout lane there at Walmart or Food Line or somewhere. He'll be joining us here before too much longer. But yeah, Chris Norris decided that he wanted to kind of sponsor this race. into 56. So from what I understand, he's going to be kind of leading the field around here to start out with for the first pace lap or so, and then he's going to kind of drop back into his normal position. And he better make a move quick. I'm not sure if he's going to do it or not, because it looks like to me we're getting ready to roll up on the start of this race, so we better go ahead and get through the starting grid real quick. So we got Justin Brooks on the pole as normal, Aiden East into 45. In second position, row 2, we got Joel Farlow and Lenny Brown, Stephen Luttrell, Landon Brown, Jason Woodham, Chris Norris, Cameron Chandler, Shane Hodges, a little bit farther back for him, and Cole Wilson be finishing our starting grid in row 6. And here we go. We are live. We are bringing it to you. As everyone heads into turn 1, we've got Joel Farlow. And just want to remind everyone with the way this has worked out, if you win 5 races in a row, you got to start at the back, and you can see the 33 there of Justin Brooks trying to make his way up from the back, even though he did qualify on the pole. But right now we got the 24 of Joel Farlow, and right behind him be Lenny Brown in the 83. Oh man, these guys are already. It's Charles, I tell you what, buddy, it's going to be an interesting race here, because this track, believe it or not, you can make a faster lap running the lower line, but it is just so difficult to get around anyone who's up above you running up in the high line, because you get such a run coming off of each corner, both turn 2 and turn 4.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is a short track of all short tracks. You know, there are definitely 2 lines here. You can run the higher line and the bottom line, and most guys are going to find that bottom line deeper into a run, a little bit more grip down there. As you can see, our points leader Justin Brooks, he's the only one right now diving down to that bottom line. But Stephen Luttrell's kind of down there, and the rest of the guys seem to be up top. But we're gonna have to see what these guys choose, because it's definitely 2 different tracks in one track you can race here.
Yeah, it's a tough track. It's got some unique characteristics, and with that being said, just would like to welcome in our latecomer here, Mr. Wesley Outland, our normal main broadcaster. How you doing, Wesley? You got a copy?
I first off want to apologize to everybody. I know I had you guys cover for me while I was at NASCAR at Martinsville for the Xfinity 500 with NASCAR last week. And I don't know why I thought last week was the finale. So my apologies for that. But I was doing a little grocery shopping, man. I've been just kind of relaxing today, man. It's been a busy weekend of football, rival football, and then, of course, announcing at Dillon yesterday in South Carolina. So I've just been being lazy, if you will. And then before it started to really get raining hard, I went grocery shopping. And that's when you messaged me, and I'm like, oh, my goodness, I didn't realize that. Well, I saw the notification, actually, is what it was. So, anyhow, Charles Oberg, always good seeing you. And Tracy, I got to get you, buddy. You've been calling it the Tilt Tiffy, the Tiltify, the Tiltify 125. Is it really Tilt Tiffy?
It is really the Tilt Tiffy 125. It was sponsored.
Are you serious?
One of our drivers, the number 56 of Chris Norris, who's running in 8th position right now. Yep.
Yes.
He ponied up and he wanted to sponsor this race, and this was his creation. So there you go, man. A little homage to Mr. Wesley Outland and a previous broadcast.
Wait a second. So it's really Tiltify, correct? It's actually
Tiltify. That is correct, yes.
And he decides to call it the Tilt Tiffy 125 because of me.
Right.
Yes, sir. That is the story.
Wow. I mean, you're going places when you got people naming races after you, and I ain't even dead yet, right? I mean,
well, me as a producer and part league owner here, man, we got to go where the money takes us. So there we go.
Right, yeah. Well, listen, guys, We're glad you're here, and obviously, thanks for y'all joining us. We're 13 of 125 laps in the Tilt Tiffy 125. I can't believe that. Yeah, I'm going to get him. I promise you. Right now, Farlow is leading the way, but on the move quickly is the Season 4 champion. It's already South Carolina's Justin Brooks. I was down in his region hanging out with the Locklayers and family at Dillon Motor Speedway yesterday at the Fall Spectacular 400. And right now, Mr. Brooks has got the top spot. Charles Oberg, it's been a blessing having you join us the last couple of weeks on an Amber Alert, having you come in at the last minute. And it's been great having you cover the race with us at the end of the season. But, amongst everything that I heard you and Tracy talk about on the broadcast while I was driving my car from shopping, one of the things that I didn't hear anyone say, this is the final race of the season, but you want to be in the top 10 of the point standings, because if you do, you lock yourself into that 5-race RDR LFRL Pro Challenge Invitational that'll be coming up in December. That's also important.
That is right. No, you're absolutely right about that. And, I know there's quite a bit of anticipation of that race. So we're going to take the best of the best of across 2 different leagues and pin them up against each other.
Yes.
That race is going to be absolutely epic, I guess. These every guy from both leagues, and it's what's the other league, if you can remind me?
It's the Ross Dalton Racing Development Driver Development Invitational, but they've already ran their series. I think, Tracy, they finished up, 3 weeks ago? Something like that, about a month ago, actually. I think they finished up right before October or right after October. So they finished their season, but the top 10 in the point standings are locked in. Matter of fact, I had a friend of ours, Aaron Stoltz, messaged me the other day actually asking about when is the 5-race December event, and I said it doesn't start till December. So if you look on your screen, I know Tracy created a logo for it. I just don't know if he's fixed the dates yet. we had a little question about the dates. So if you look on the broadcast, you will see the dates. Well, if I'm looking at the real-time screen, I'm not seeing the logos. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing the logos.
Yeah.
So
you don't get the OBS feed.
Why am I not getting no sound? What happened? Well, I'm not getting no car noise tonight, Tracy. No sound effects.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about it. Oh, you know what? I may have the sound effects turned off, but the biggest thing everyone needs to remember, December the 14th, Southern National Raceway Park, 250 laps. It's going to be the LFRL RDR Ross Dalton Racing Super 5 Pro Cup Championship Series, similar to what they used to run back in the Hooters Pro Cup days, where they had the North-South 5-race championship series.
And look at this, Charles Oberg. If you look at the schedule, these are not just 125-lap races. Double the distance, maybe sometimes even triple it for the finale at USA in January. But I think it's going to be really cool to get started right before the Christmas holiday season, take a few weeks off. We want everybody to celebrate Christmas and New Year's, and then we come back with a big 3-week straight to finish it and be strong. And guess what? It'll be right before they get ready for the Clash. Hey, now I'm hearing myself for the echo.
Oh, no. Maybe that's the reason why I turned it off.
Oh. Well,
there
anyhow,
we go.
that will be. Yeah, we just need the car noise. Not. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Ain't nothing changed, everybody. Justin Brooks got right back out in the lead again, and he's leading this thing. But yes, Charles. I mean, that's another important reason why get as many points as you can, because the top 10 or the top 10 drivers following the points rotation that can commit to the whole 5-race series, they will advance and race for the Pro 5 Challenge.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And, as you look back through the field, we all know Justin Brooks. We're going to mention his name, and Shane Hodges, the one win he had kind of solidifies first and second there. And Adrian Neese running third. But you got, fifth through like eighth, let's say realistically, that could all change right there. We could have another guy sneak up. Chris Norris is sitting in that 10th spot right now, but you don't know where another guy might come from, and just take over that last spot on Chris. You don't know.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And right now we're heading to the final last 10 laps or so left in the stage. Obviously, the 213 Simware Sim Break stage is heading to us very quickly. Big thanks again to 213 Simware for all that they do. By the way, you're watching live on LSR TV and on Leadfoot TV. Thanks to the simulcast and obviously the Community Radio Network. Again, I wasn't even prepared. I'm literally just trying to catch up and look at everything I've got right now here in real time, guys. But it's an obvious thing, though, Charles, that pretty much locking up the championship is our guy here, Mr. Justin Brooks. I mean, he had a phenomenal season. Cannot take anything away from this guy, right? I mean, I think he's got, 9? 8, because one of the races were twins. So I think he's got 9 out of the 10, 11 feature wins so far. This would be race 12 if you count the twins. And he's trying to lock this one up as well, win another stage. What do you do to this guy? I mean, he's like the Michael Myers of iRacing, right? I mean, you made him start at the rear. You made his qualifying be disallowed. What do you got to do? Make him race on 3 tires, put him in the rear, start 5 laps down? Tracy, Charles, what's it going to take?
I say we make him run in reverse. That's
reverse,
the only thing he can do. Yeah, and he'll still win. He's still going to win. He's figured something out. What exactly it is beyond imaginable, because he is really good, not just in this league, just across the whole iRacing platform. One of, if not the best, to do it. And this league has got to be proud to have him, because to have a guy do what he's done and everybody else in the league try to catch up, try to stay behind him, try to figure it out, it's making all these guys right behind him much better drivers. You always want to play somebody a lot better than you in any sport you play, because you learn from people that are better than you. So it is a blessing to have this guy here putting on a clinic every week.
And, we've heard this said so many times as well. And, Tracy, I'll bring you to the fold as well, because I know you're producing, but I know you've been with us, for the last 4 seasons on the production side and even commentary. But we've heard drivers say, I mean, listen, even Aiden Neese said it last year, that won the championship. And it was only because Justin Brooks bowed out because he didn't want to pay the membership fee to run, or because of family or personal things, he couldn't commit to the entire schedule. But the times that Brooks was here, Tracy, he dominated. But Aiden Neese even said, you know what? Let him come. Let him race. It's going to make us get better. It's going to make me see things. I'm watching him. As much as I'm watching myself, as we're coming to the end of the stage here in a few laps, and Brooks is about to lock up another one behind Aiden Neese, might I add, pardon the pun. Perfect segue, Tracy, as we end stage number 1. But I will say this. Listen, I'm watching you. Even though you're beating me, I want to see what I can do to make myself better. Keep on digging, keep on working, cracking at it, because eventually I'm going to get to him. I'm going to get to him and beat him.
Well, as the 83 of Lenny Brown hits the wall, they're coming to take the caution flag.
Well, it's the end of the stage, too. It's the end of the stage also, yeah.
Yeah, but I just want to say, it's like what I told Justin, I don't know if it was last week or several weeks before. I've never gotten slower by racing with guys that were faster than I am. And so all he does is goes around here week after week and show you what is possible, what can be done with this car. And, more or less, I don't know if it can be done any faster or not. That's for sure, because this guy's almost like on a different planet. But he does show you that the car is capable of doing it. And it's just a matter of figuring out the techniques and, I don't know, developing the skill set that he has or whatnot. But it's just like I told you, or told him, I've never gotten slower by running behind guys that are faster than I am.
Yeah, it looks like he just takes gas right there. Gas and go for him. Doesn't want to take tires at this stage. Yeah, and I think he's that good where he probably won't take tires for the whole race. He's done it before and very comfortable and just getting fuel to get to the end of the race. It's again, as we talking, it's incredible to watch.
Tracy, I got to ask you is, we got everybody making pit stops, and actually this is quite surprising because I didn't think anybody would come down to the pit lane at the end of the first 40 laps, but that just shows you how unique this racetrack is here, obviously at the Irwindale Speedway. By the way, I just want to let everyone know, this track is a memory. It's no longer in existence. I announced here at Irwindale Speedway. Do you remember back in the day when they had the NASCAR All-Star Showdown, the NASCAR Toyota All-Star Showdown? It was kind of like the K&N East, the West Series, and the modifieds and whatnot. Yeah, I worked that event on.
I do remember the K&N
Yeah, it was back in
series.
Yes, it was. It was like the All-Star Showdown. It was the race that was at Irwindale. They did it for a couple of years. It was only during the winter time, like February, I think it was February or March, or something like that. No, I think one time it was in February. The other time it was or January, and the other time was November, December. But anyhow, Irwindale Speedway no longer around anymore. That track shut down at the end of last racing season. And if you drive down the interstate now, the A1A coming outside of where that racetrack is in Irwindale, just outside of Los Angeles, you will not see that racetrack anymore. It is a memory. It is torn down. It's a shame, but it's a relic in real life. But thanks to iRacing, we continue to make memories on simulation.
Man, it is just so sad, Wesley. I just want to say this because on Thursday nights, we kind of get a group of guys and kind of run the race that we're getting ready to run on the league on Sunday nights. And so I get firsthand, getting to run a race here with our league guys. And this track is just so unique, man. I'm here to tell you, it is such a shame that it is no longer here with us because it is crazy. You can go faster down on the low lane, but you cannot develop enough speed unless you're Justin Brooks to be able to pass anyone if you're on the outside lane. That's kind of the dominant lane, and you can only go so high as where the wall is. And the other thing was not very much tire wear happened here. So most everyone, depending on where you're located at in the field, you were going to have to pit to take on fuel. But your tires, especially if you know how to manage them, will go the whole entire race here. But if you're there getting fuel anyway, might as well go ahead and get some right sides.
Yeah.
Can't hurt.
Yeah. And that actually surprised me again that we had guys coming down to the pit lane here. You got sets of tires. Take advantage of them. By the way, that wraps up a 213 Simware. You can get, of course, not only reality racing products, but your favorite sim drivers products as well. Wear your swag, hats, T-shirts, banners, you name it. 213simraceware.com. And by the way, we go back to the Lucky Duck Motorsports restart zone for the final time. Man, Charles, it just worked. It's perfect tonight, man. Finale. I've got a finale with you guys with LFRL. I know I got a race tonight at 9 o'clock with the Canadian. The Alive Church Xfinity Series. They've asked me to do their championship finale at Phoenix. I've got the Northwest Championship tomorrow night. I've got eNASCAR Australia Championships on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday of next week. But by the way, that's at 4 o'clock in the morning, thanks to daylight savings time. It's already bad enough I can get up at 5 a.m. Now I got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to call those championships. But it's winding down is what I'm trying to say, Charles and Tracy. Winding down, Oberg, the season. And obviously, the last opportunity.
Ooh.
Got a car spinning, bottom of the racetrack. I think it's Luttrell.
It's Luttrell, yeah, it's Luttrell.
But as I was saying, though, Charles, a lot of big races. NASCAR finished up their season today, this weekend. And I'll tell you this. I have mixed opinions of what I feel about the finale at Phoenix. And I'm talking about the entire weekend, not just today. Not just today.
I think I'm with you. It's just a tough track to have a championship race on, especially when you only got 4 guys kind of going for it. It was a lot of good racing, but you decide everything in the last I think two races were decided in the last 2 or 3 laps.
Well, let me just say this. Let me just say this. If I was the head honcho like Tracy is of LFRL or somebody with NASCAR, I would be totally ticked off at Goodyear right now. I'm telling you. Like me and those guys, we would be sitting down in the hauler in the Oval Office, as they used to say back in the day when Mr. France was around, Tracy. And we would be having a powwow about whether you're going to be my tire for NASCAR next year or not. Because they
all
were
season,
a
all
joke
season
this weekend, much less the season.
Yeah,
you know, I'm
there was a
being
couple
honest.
reasons.
I'm being honest, like seriously. Oh, well, I'm hearing myself in a go again. So I guess my second personality says that I agree with myself. I think you got rid of it. You got rid of it. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Maybe it's just on our end, but not the broadcast. Charles, can you hear me? Can you?
I hear a lot of echo.
Yeah, there's two voices. Charles has two voices as well.
Nobody needs to hear me twice.
Okay, it's gone, but the sound's gone.
Very good job,
So
man.
good.
Very good job, Tracy.
We will have more R&D to work on for the future. So, but no, Tracy, man, I got to ask you, as we're coming to the halfway point of this race, what is the future looking like for LFRL? I know there's talks of maybe doing another league or maybe doing some other races, because obviously, do we do a season 5 for the LFR late models, because we've already locked in our top 10 to run the Pro 5 in December. Is there anything down the trough?
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to be doing a season 5, and well, I hate to say too much because things are just so much in the air. Whatever, let's just say there's been discussions
be announced
on,
TBA.
That
is the best way of saying
series. Yeah,
we will kill the melodrama from there, baby. To be announced on LFRL and Leadfoot TV CRN. As Aiden Neese, last year's champion, goes way high up the racetrack. Justin Brooks back down to the bottom of the racetrack as well, and they are working their way side by side for the lead. Look at now, Brown, bonsai move by the 5. All this goes on as they work the back straightaway. And obviously, we are heading to the halfway point of this race. A pretty calm race so far, Charles Oberg. Only 2 blue line soft wash cautions tonight. So far,
well, you watch Neese.
Yeah.
Neese just crossed over Brooks twice there. So Neese has a little bit down, I think on one end of the track, where Brooks is getting them on the other. But, they're going back and forth. They've traded positions every lap now.
Yeah, and this is what we talked about, by the way, Tracy, is the fact of Aiden Neese saying he wanted to race his competition. He wanted to race guys like Justin Brooks. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Justin Brooks, Farlow, and Brown, they are hanging with the leader 33. He's not running away with this thing by no means. Look at the 45 right there on his back door.
Yeah, and that's good to see because, you want to stay with the leader. But, as our good friend Chris Golden always says, is Brooks is really famous for, as you see him just take off right there. When he's ready, he's going to take off. When he wants to, save his stuff, he kind of yo-yos the guys behind him. And he knows how to back it off when he needs to, and he knows how to turn it on when, he wants to get back out in front. So it's just hard racing by him. It's hard to keep up with him.
Yeah, about right now, halfway, first half of the race done, second half going on, and obviously watching all this going on happen. But look at this 3 wide. Far low in the middle. Hold on, guys.
Oh, he comes up. He puts. Oh,
racetrack. Hang on. Oh, boy, Brown got a big piece of it. He slaps off the outside wall. He'll lose a couple of spots while that goes on. Luttrell, who brought out a caution earlier, now right behind the Hendrick cars. That looks just like Kyle Larson's championship ride for the 2-time Cup champion coming off turn 4, Farlow.
No, the guy's giving Larson a lot of credit there. He won a championship earlier. Just that everything just fell into his place. It looked like Hamlin had the car to beat, and you kind of thought about Brooks at the beginning of that race because, I thought I saw Hamlin pulling away, and he was way out ahead of everything. I said, "Oh, here goes Brooks," But Larson he's got a lucky yellow at the end, and tires kind of fell into place. A 2-tire stop versus a 4-tire stop kind of put him in first. So, maybe that's what these guys got to do. Maybe take a look at pit strategy and trying to leapfrog Brooks in any way they can.
Well, I just want to jump in here real quick. The problem is, now we had, I think it was 13 drivers join this session. And somewhere along the lines, we lost 4 or 5 guys here. But what we are left with is kind of the cream of the crop. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to be surprised if we do see a caution here. Every one of these guys up here can drive and drive really well. And so even though the track is so big, we've only got 8 guys on the track right now. I think the laps are going to click right off. But I just don't see anything. I don't see anybody making any, what would you call it, dumb moves for lack of a better term.
Making a panic move or anything. Yeah, we saw Latrell spin from an incident on contact. And obviously, Landon Brown did get up into the fence a moment ago, battling 3 wide. But right after that, things calmed down. And obviously, we're seeing these guys. And I'll be honest with you, Charles, I got a feeling these will be probably the 10 that we will see, or some of them mostly, going at it for the representing, by the way, Team LFRL whenever they race in the Pro 5 Cup coming up in December.
Yeah, you got to say, like, this group is a strong group, so you got to be pretty proud sending them, to stack up against any other group. Unfortunately, one of the guys that disconnected or didn't make it is Shane Hodges. He's second in points and the only other driver that has won a race this season. But I don't think he's not going to drop any points there. It's not going to affect him much. But you still like to have him in the race. The heartbreaking to see him not being able to finish this race tonight.
Yeah, and I think he's did enough races, right, points wise, where I think he's going to be okay, right? I think he'll advance.
It's not
obviously it's frustrating that you can't make the finale, obviously, maybe looking for a chance to try to go for another win. But there you see the guys going at it. Justin Brooks and last year's champion Aiden Neese coming down to the final 50 laps of this one here at the Tilt Tiffy 125. Coming soon will be the Tiltify 1 to go at the white flag, by the way. And obviously they are a real business and organization for what they do. But Tilt Tiffy is a joke, folks. And I remember when I'd said it, Tracy, one night announcing, I think it was Labor Day weekend, I believe it was, on that Sunday night. I was in the press box at the Caraway Speedway, came on the air, called the race after doing real racing in the press box. And I think I said, we welcome you to the Tilt Tiffy 125. And I guess it stuck from there. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what they say, what is it? Any publicity is good publicity. And
yes, sure.
So no matter what, Tiltify is going to get some recognition tonight, if nothing else, just because one of our drivers decided to kind of rib you a little bit there, Wesley, and wanted to sponsor the race.
I'll take the blame. So if Tiltify wants to get mad or say anything in regards to it, just tell them to take it out on Wesley, as we got a caution. A blue line, soft wash yellow at the Tilt Tiffy 125. Caution out over the Speedway. Find out what happened here. Wow.
See the smoke.
I know Jason Woodham.
Is that Woodham? Jason Woodham's car. Yeah, the 71 down on the inside.
Well, let's see if we can find out what happened here. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Wow, is that Landon Brown too? Yes, it is.
Yep.
And
wow. Brown and
we
Woodham.
See Woodham more or less just stopping, I think, just kind of give the position back and take a self-inflicted punishment there, if you will. Oh, man. I raced with Jason so much. He's probably one of the cleanest, most considerate guys that we ever have. I can guarantee you this much. Whatever happened there was certainly accidental. I'm not saying that it was Jason's fault, but I'm just saying whatever it was between him and Landon was 100% totally accidental. Because both of these guys here, Jason's an admin here with our league, and of course Landon is a part owner. And so, well, now that's interesting there. Justin Brooks just took on some tires there.
Yeah, he gives Nice the lead, and Luttrell's sitting in second. That changes things up, but now, he's Brooks has got a great set of shoes on right now, and it doesn't take him it doesn't take him any more than 25, 26 laps to make it to the front at the beginning of this race. So I'm sure he's headed right back up there again. As it looks like Landon Brown's got the lucky dog, so he'll come back on the lead lap, coming to the start. So, not too bad of a, he's not laps down, so it's not too bad of a wreck that he got into. But it does stink to try to climb up the field once again.
Another caution out on the racetrack. I guess we're going to go commercial free tonight, right? Because, we're nearly at the home stretch, or right before Tracy and Charles carry you guys for post-race. So, Tracy, I have contacted the guys up in Canada with the Wind Tunnel TV, and I've told them that I have to finish this race first because this is obviously the championship race. And I told them I completely forgot that there was one scheduled. But I'll carry you guys to the checkered flag. And, obviously, we want to thank Eastern Technical Design, Lucky Duck Motorsports, Wild Ops, another pole award again, going to Justin Brooks, Blue Line Soft Wash, 213 Simware for the stage, the Tiltify, not Tilt Tiffy, Tiltify, one to go. Community Radio Network, 4 Wide Motorsports, and coming soon as they come back to green is the Golden Racing 25 to go, meaning it is time to dig. Oh, we're back under yellow, man. Can't even get back started. Got a problem on the restart here. Back under caution.
Yeah, it looks like maybe somebody with cold tires kind of turned it. Oh, no, we got a guy coming up the track.
Was that Farlow? Yeah, man, Farlow, Jason Farlow. Or Joe Farlow, I'm sorry. Farlow from Candor going around. Man, oh, man.
Well, let's see if we can't take a closer look here, guys. The replay jumped on me so hard there. We see Justin Brooks kind of carrying some speed. Oh, yeah. It was Landon and Joel, I think, kind of did a little door bump thing there.
Yeah, two guys fighting for the same real estate on the track. That's very unfortunate, but, that is a racing incident right there. You're going to see that more times than not during a race.
Well,
Wesley, hey, by the way, don't forget, tomorrow night, I got to give a quick plug to LSR TV, Tracy. The championship will be decided in season number 12 of the Northwest Racing Series trucks. We go to, of course, Chicagoland Speedway, a very unique track for a finale, but that's where it will be tomorrow night. Coverage will begin at 11:15 Eastern with, of course, myself, Mr. Jeremy Stanley, Charles Wooten, LSR TV, the same home of sim racing, watching the LFRL, the finale tomorrow night for the Northwest Racing Series trucks. There you go.
Well, Wesley, I just want to tell you, as a producer, part owner, or whatnot, we've only got 7 guys on the track. Even though it is a championship night, it's kind of wrapped up, man. It's up to you if you. No.
I'm staying with you guys till the race is over, brother. But, if you can cover post-race, I've got you till the checkered flag.
Yeah.
So, I completely, I don't know what I was thinking. I apologize, too. That's my muff. I thought I really said, guys, the championship race, I'll be at Martinsville, because I thought last week was the championship race. And my apologies on that, but. Nonetheless, I'm going to carry with you guys to the end, and thank you for letting me finish my shopping, Tracy, for the week.
Absolutely, man. Yeah,
I'm at the checkout line, and I'm like, to 225, 275. All right, come on, let me get the heck out of here.
Oh, yeah. Well,
back to green.
It gave me and Charles a chance to shine here on the broadcast. So.
Well, there you go, and I want to say thank you to Charles, because Charles come in one night, and maybe the word Amber Alert maybe sounded a little disrespectful to some people, and I did not mean any I didn't want to make anybody mad out there by that comment, but maybe the Mayday SOS call makes sound more professional.
Definitely SOS.
But I said the Mayday SOS to send Charles into the booth, and that's kind of how he got hooked up. And hopefully we'll be able to do some more stuff in the future. But nonetheless, man, thank you for being there and covering whenever I can. I'm 35 to go, and obviously season 10 is about to wind down right now as it is course now. Aiden Neese, look at this. Teacher now being taught by the student, if you will. Aiden Neese, defending champion, open the lead now, Charles, with coming up on 30 to go.
Yeah, this is uncharted territory for the most part here in this league, and
Yes.
we're pulling for Nice right now to keep it in front of Brooks. But Latrell's quietly waiting there in the background too. So I know Latrell most certainly wants to get back up there and contest with these guys also. So this is going to be a great race down to the finish with coming up to 31 laps left.
All this happening now as we see Aiden Neese working his way up on the high side. And you got to wonder if maybe Justin Brooks might just be, tethering with him, if you will, just kind of saying, okay, you lead a little bit. Let me try to race a little bit. Let's race a little bit. Let's try to make it interesting here. So, but Tracy, for the most part, as we see a bonsai by Brooks on the inside to clear around the 45 of Neese, okay? Maybe they weren't racing just for the fun of it. These guys were going at it hot and heavy here with 30 laps to go. But for the most part, we're seeing pretty much these guys going to be racing for the LFRL banner in the RDR LFRL Pro Cup Challenge event coming up here.
Yeah, we certainly hope so. We haven't got Justin Brooks nailed down just yet, but I'm going to keep working with him. But I tell you one thing, Justin just showed me. After on Thursday night, I ran 125 laps here, and I had no idea that line down there on the apron existed until a few laps ago. I mean, wow, that is impressive. Yeah.
It is real, and you can drive it, and you can make some crazy moves if you are brave enough to do it as well.
No, that's why I said at the beginning of the broadcast, I said, this is a two-track in one track kind of race. You have that inside line, and that outside can work both at the same time, and it gets very interesting as most of these guys kind of find the outside line as it rubbers in with only 8 guys out on the track right now. The choice isn't as great as a full field, but still, this could be exciting races as Brooks goes way down low. Oh my God, he was cutting lawn down there.
Well, guess what time it is? Y'all have any idea?
I know what time it is. It's time to dig some gold. All you gold diggers out there, this is your moment.
25 to go, sponsored by Golden Racing. Yes, sir. If you got anything in the tank, it's time to bring it here, man. And, yeah,
we just lost about probably 10% of our woman base after that comment, right? For the gold digger. I'm sorry. 25 to go. Nothing but love for you guys, even the gold diggers out there. 25 to go. Golden Racing. Chris Golden sponsoring the Golden Racing. But yeah, Charles, it's time to dig, man. If you're on the outside looking in, man, you better go, and you better go now.
Yeah, it's pedal to the metal right now. I mean, these guys got to make moves. They got to figure something out. And I know we say it every week in, week out, that you got to do something to get to Brooks's back end. And, Nice is there. Nice is running some sort of different line where he really does catch up in one corner there and then kind of falls back in the next. But if he could get there, he's been able to cross up Brooks quite a few times, which has been very interesting, made for some really good action. So, we're going to watch this wind down in the next couple laps, but it's gas time, guys. Time to go. I know Chris Golden's at work right now, tied up, but he's watching, and he's excited about this.
Well, I just want to chime in.
Man. Yeah,
sorry about that,
Drake.
Wesley. I love this track. I didn't even know if I owned it on iRacing before Thursday night. But the lines are just incredible. The different ways that you can take it around here. And I wasn't even aware of the one down on the apron that Justin showed us earlier.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
And now you see Justin. I mean, he's trying out the what do you call that? The cushion line, I guess, in dirt track there.
Yes, they call it the cushion. He's running the top shelf, trying to bang off the boards, if you will. All of those expressions used as we're closing in on under 20 laps to go. Thanks for joining us again, the finale. Stay tuned to the LFRL world of social media. Landon, you better get a Facebook account, okay? I know you got Instagram, and I'm proud of you. And I think we got an X account. We got X, Tracy?
Yes, we certainly
we don't have Facebook. We got to get Facebook.
Well, you know, they've gotten to the point where they want a full body scan in order to log in. And I mean, come on, Facebook. And then I saw an article earlier today where they're claiming that Facebook is taking these scans that you're doing and apparently selling them. I don't know. This is just a rumor. Don't want to get hit with any kind of defamation type thing. But there are people saying that their scanned images are being used on commercials on Facebook that they've never done. It's like AI takes their image and reuses them on commercials. Again, it could be a total hoax. I have no idea, but
yeah,
I just wasn't a big fan of doing the whole.
Clickbait stuff, man.
Yeah, very well could be.
Yeah, guys, I don't know what you're talking about because I'm a guy that grew up with AOL and dial-up, so coming into these races and trying to download all this stuff, and this is all new to me.
Hey, Charles, by the way, Yahoo hacked, Gmail hacked, any MSN hacked. You know what hasn't been hacked in my email account since I've ever had it? AOL. Instant Messenger. AIM. My email address, if anybody out there wants to ever get a hold of me, is my name, Wesley Outland at AIM.com. That's AOL Instant Messenger. That's how old I am.
Absolutely, man. That's awesome.
Tracy, you had AOL back in the day, didn't you? You had AIM, didn't you, Tracy?
Oh, I wished I could have got that, man. No, I had to deal with the local service, Like I think my first service was through a company called Bits, Bytes, and Pieces. And so, yeah, it was something at BBT or something like that, BBTP. Yeah, BBTP, I mean, I was envious of the guys that could sign on, and you hear that noise, you've got mail.
Yeah, look at this battle. Let's dial up here. Look at this battle for the lead, guys. They're about to dial up for the top spot. Final race of the year, and look at this.
Wesley, that's what I was going to say, and we've been kind of talking about the internet and how slow it used to be, but these two guys are fast as any mainstream internet is today because they're putting on a great show.
Yeah, it's a great show right now. It's getting fiber optic as there you see Brooks up into the wall. Here comes Aiden Neese back down to the inside. Brooks is way in the wall. He had smoke coming from the rear end of the 33. Under attack. Aiden Neese is after him now as they work off turn number 4 with 7 to go at Irwindale.
Yeah, 7 to go. There's not much time for Neese, but he's getting on it, and hopefully he's rattled Brooks enough where Brooks kind of uses up his tires or uses up what he has left. I know he took tires on that last caution, and I don't think Neese did. So this is going to be an interesting battle coming down to 6 to go now.
I know he hit the wall. But he's still holding his own. Is now Brooks on the inside, opens the door to Aiden Neese. I wonder if that's setting him up for some kind of crazy shootout here, Tracy, at the line. 5 to go at Irwindale as the sun sets. We got a shootout to end season 4.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and behind them, we got another battle of Landon Brown and Latrella going at it right behind these guys. So two really good battles right up front here that we're witnessing. Last race of the season, these guys want to have the most fun because, after this, you kind of got to park the car in the garage for a little while. So it's getting it all out right now. Put it all out there.
Well, we don't know that. There might be some details to come. Remember, it says TBD, Tracy Brown, right? For LFR.
Tracy Brown determined. Yeah, Tracy Brown determined. That's right.
But
That's
you
why
know
I
what I'm
said
saying? It might be
TBD.
a week off here or there or something. You know what I mean? These guys want to race every night.
I love the fact, Charles and Tracy, that actually these guys are hanging with Justin and they're racing with him. And I mean, look at Justin on the ropes here, right? Justin Brooks is on the ropes. It's happened a couple of times. Aiden Neese is doing all he can to hang with him. All of this is going on here as they work their way, coming off of turn number 4 at the Tilt Tiffy 125. The Tiltify, 1 to go, raises in the wind from the flag stand. 1 to go, presented by the real sponsor, Tiltify. And look at Justin Brooks. One more charge coming at him. Aiden East, last year's champion, can't do it. This year's champion gets it done. Wins the battle and the war. The Tilt Tiffy 125 at Irwindale. To cap off season 4, goes to the champion, the dominator, the terminator of the LFRL. It is Justin Brooks from South Carolina.
Absolutely amazing, and that hard charge, Nice, hung with them all night, and solid second place. But I got to give it up to Landon Brown. Landon Brown sticking with the trail back there for that third and fourth, and Landon ended up getting the better of the battle coming in that third. But that was a great battle back there. What great racing up front.
Justin Brooks, there it is, the celebration here at the Tilt Tiffy 125. By the way, big thanks to Tiltify, 1 to go, one of our sponsors, obviously. We'll thank them again. Tiltify gives you the tools you need to engage and raise more money for your charity. Donate immediately to all of your favorite charities, including St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, WaterAid America, Stand Up to Cancer, and so many more. Visit Tiltify.com. That's Tiltify.com. And Justin Brooks wins the Tilt Tiffy 125. And I hope the people at Tiltify don't get frustrated, but it was because of me. Back at the start of the season, I said a name and said, hey, I'm calling it, and it's the Tilt Tiffy 125. And they said, no, Tiltify 125. And obviously, what'd you say, Tracy? Chris Norris? Chris Norris decided to sponsor the race. And
yes.
Thank you, Chris, jokingly for making that race happen. I appreciate it, buddy. I will be talking to you in the chat box very soon, sir, in Discord. So, oh, boy. But by the way, congratulations, Justin Brooks. He wins the championship. Really good race on the ropes there at the end. But listen, when it's all said and done, another year for Justin Brooks. Win 9 of the season. Man, look, New Smyrna, Hickory, Five Flags, Kinley, North Wilkesboro, race 2 at Vegas, Irwindale, or at Lucas Oil IRP, Martinsville, Kern County, and now tonight at Irwindale. Shane Hodges, the only man that got a win besides Brooks, and that was in round 6, twin race number 1 at Las Vegas. And obviously that's the only driver. What a season, what a dominant performance. Can I say before I get off the air to end the season, Charles Oberg and Tracy Brown, for you guys taking over for post-race, as you just saw the look at the results. Justin Brooks is the Connor Zelich of the LFRL, that instead of not winning the championship, everything fell in his place by dominating to win the title here tonight.
No, you're absolutely right, and like kind of watched that race, and love kind of fell into that win, and I thought the same thing. Like, wow, how can a guy that dominates, be in second place? But Brooks was able to do it here. He dominated, and he was able to stay out front. So congratulations to him. And Wesley, I gotta say, absolute pleasure working with you. I cannot wait to work with you again, man. So after this season, hopefully I'll be around, and we'll work together again, man. It was
well, buddy, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Tracy, I apologize not being fully prepared as I was hoping to. I'll be honest with you, I was kind of off my A game tonight, but It wasn't
kinda
that
busy,
hard
man.
because we knew Justin Brooks obviously dominated, and what a season it's been for him. But everybody, if I don't see you down the road, obviously stay tuned for more LFRL programming for what's to come. Tracy, let us know what's going on around the corner. And if not, I will see y'all part of the big Pro 5 Championship Pro Challenge in December. With that, we'll thank some sponsors. Tracy Brown, Charles Oberg, talk to drivers on the podium, and the champion on the other side when we wrap it up from the Tilt Tiffy 125. I'm Wesley Outland. Take care. Have a great holiday. We'll see you at the next one, and we thank you for watching. Quick break, and we talk to the champions next.
Tar River Blue Line Soft Wash is a veteran-owned and operated company. Is a dedicated to bringing integrity and precision to exterior cleaning. Founded by a retired law enforcement officer, and we proudly back them in blue. Their services are vital, uphold for large-scale land development and forestry operations, and attention to detail in every job. Trust Tar River Blue Line Soft Wash helps to protect and enhance your property with the same dedication, ecological, they once gave to protect more details on Tar River Protect and Serve. Protect your car with Blue Line Soft Wash today. Eastern Technical Design Incorporated provides design and drafting services for commercial, industrial, and residential construction. Services include architectural renderings, preliminary plan design, as well as final construction drawings. These drawings include all the necessary structural, building, plumbing, and mechanical electrical plans as required to produce and deliver a finished building and/or structure. This company is proudly owned by LFRL's Tracy Brown. Eastern Technical Design. Contact them today at 252-245-1599 or email them at easterntechnicaldesign@gmail.com. Commercial, industrial, and residential construction. Eastern Technical Design is the perfect plan for your building needs. Blue Line Soft Wash is a veteran-owned and operated company dedicated to bringing integrity and precision to exterior cleaning. Founded by a retired law enforcement officer, and we proudly back the men in blue. Blue Line Soft Wash upholds the values of service, commitment, and attention to detail in every job. Trust Blue Line Soft Wash to protect and enhance your property with the same dedication they once gave to protecting our community. Protect and serve. Protect your car with Blue Line Soft Wash today. Tar River Environmental, located in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, is a premier provider of professional logging and land clearing services, proudly serving communities across the Tar Heel state of North Carolina. Their services are vital for large-scale land development and forestry operations by prioritizing responsible land management. Tar River Environmental helps clients achieve their land use goals while maintaining ecological integrity. Find more details on Tar River Environmental located in Rocky Mount, on Google today.
Would you like a spot of tea and some crumpets?
Welcome back, everybody, to a championship race here at Irwindale Speedway. And right now we are going to be talking to our podium finishers, and I think Charles Oberg has caught up with our third place finisher. Charles, have you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Tracy, I am down here with Landon Brown, and what a great finish he had for third place in a battle with Stephen Luttrell, which Luttrell will put it on you, but Landon, you stayed right with them all race. I know you had a couple little incidents. I think you were involved in a caution, but came back and fought a hard fight. Give us your point of view of that race, and what were you thinking behind the wheel of that car all night?
Yeah, this is definitely one of the hardest tracks that we've raced at. Yeah, that last battle there with Steven was awesome. I messaged him after the race and told him, "Hey, I'm a heart racing for that one." Steven is a great driver. He's hard to pass, and I think we just had a little bit fresher rights than what he had. After that unfortunate spin we had, I was able to come in the pits and get a new fresh set of rights. I think it paid off in the end, but it was just an awesome battle. I don't know if this is my first podium of the year or my second. I don't know, but we don't get up here often, so I just got to soak it in and give credit for Steven running me clean, not hooking me or anything. You know, there's a lot of things that he could have done in that situation. So just to be able to run close with him and uh, finish where we did from where we started is pretty good.
No, you're definitely right, man. You know, when I see you week in and week out, and you know, across different leagues and different races, and you know, you're always giving it your all, man. And you got to be pretty proud of yourself because it seems like, you know, week in and week out, you keep improving more and more. So you know, the improvement comes with, you know, sponsors and people to thank, and who's behind you in that, who's pushing you along and supporting you in that move. Um, it's your time with the microphone, man.
Yeah, well, you know, first off, I have to thank Chris Norris. You know, he stepped up to sponsor this championship race for us tonight. This is the second one in a row that he sponsored for us, so I'm really happy to have him on board, helping us out each week. You know, I got to thank Leadfoot TV, Tracy, and you, and Wesley, and everybody else that puts on these great shows. It's awesome to go back and watch. So y'all do amazing job. Eastern Technical Design, Blue Line Soft Wash, Levi Photography. Just, you know, everybody that has any little thing to do with this league. Well, I'm super appreciative. I know Tracy is. My dad is as well. Lenny. We enjoy it. So everybody out here that brings their own sponsors, we appreciate them very much.
Absolutely, man. Hey, congratulations on that top three, man. You absolutely deserve that, and I'm gonna send it back up to our producer, broadcaster Tracy Brown. What do you got for us?
Hey, Charles, appreciate you doing the interview there. I got the second place finisher, Aiden Neese, here with us tonight. And Aiden, before I give you any kind of commentary on the way I think the race went tonight, how about if you just kind of summarize what you think happened tonight?
I think tonight was phenomenal. I honestly surprised we had as low as cautions as we did, knowing how these sometimes pass, you kind of have to send it on the bottom or send it on the top. So I was kind of expecting more cautions, and that didn't happen. So I think overall the race was really good.
I personally agree. I happen to think that this is, even though Landon just mentioned this is probably one of the tougher tracks, I didn't even know if I even owned this track in iRace until Thursday night. Personally, I happen to love this thing. There's so many different lines that you can run. And obviously, I saw you run the high line. You kind of darted down to the inside a little bit. And I mean, you were keeping it close there with Justin Brooks. I mean, have you got a lot of experience here? Was this your first night, or I mean, just tell me a little bit about how you chose the lines that you decided to run tonight.
Well, so like I ran here in other leagues like a year ago, and I absolutely sucked. Like I could run the top pretty all right, but a lot of people can. I couldn't run the bottom at all, and so like that was my struggle during practice, was just trying to find consistency on the bottom. I knew the top, I can, if I get better on the bottom, I'm gonna get better up top. And so not hopefully, I just watched Brooks for a couple laps, and then I understood what he was doing. Obviously, I couldn't do 100% replica of what he was doing, but I kind of understood it. And where during the race, I was able to get to the bottom. I know me and him were crossing over each other pretty good. I was able to run the top pretty good, and like I was noticing on the long run, we went from like the top of the racetrack almost to the middle as we were entering the corner. So being able to kind of just adjust on the fly there as well was pretty good, because knowing me, last time I ran here, I would not be able to do that, and I probably would have wrecked myself by blowing the right front.
Well, I tell you what, you put on one heck of a show tonight, and congratulations on getting a second place finish. It's certainly no shame finishing behind Justin Brooks. I think he's sort of a master with these cars here. And I just got to thank you for running with us this season. Just want to tell you again, congratulations for finishing second. And one hell of a job for keeping it close there at the end. Because you know how many times, obviously, that Justin kind of runs away with these things. But, you know, you got to give him credit. I mean, the guy's got skills, but you showed yours tonight and were able to hang around with him and make it entertaining for us anyway, for us broadcasters and spectators on YouTube looking in here.
Yeah, fortunately, had speed.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, have you got any sponsors or anything you'd like to thank tonight, Aiden?
Yeah, I want to thank my brother's construction company, Gene Home Solutions, Parkway Grading, Splash Kitchen, as always, Justin Brooks for making this really cool paint scheme. I know it's a little hard to see it sometimes with the camo, but you know, big thanks to all of them, and you know, thanks to all y'all for hosting the series and broadcasting it. I mean, it's been a while since I've been running late models in the league, and I think this is a really good, or not really good, just a really great league. And I think the broadcast is extremely good. So can't thank enough from y'all putting it on and everything.
Well, I appreciate that, Aiden, and man, I think you guys here. I've seen a few other late model leagues, but I just want to tell you, I think we here at Leadfoot TV have some of the best late model drivers in the world because obviously it's a sort of you know, a regional class, if you will. But I mean, still, there's a technique and a skill set that you have to use, and it is probably not, you know, not popular in Asia or anything, you know what I'm saying? But you guys absolutely put on one heck of a show every single week. And again, would like to congratulate you on finishing second tonight. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to throw it up real quick just to see where you were before tonight. See if we can figure out. Yeah, let's see. Aiden East, he was in third, 16 points behind. We'll have to get the points to figure out the drops and that sort of thing, but you may have moved into second in points. But again, Aiden, appreciate you running with us, buddy, and appreciate you showing up and hope to see you in the Super 5 series with us.
Thank y'all.
All right, Charles. I don't know if you're there or not, buddy, but hopefully you got the winner. And if you do, take her away.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, it's no surprise that I'm down here with Justin Brooks, the winner, not only of tonight's race, but the championship. So, Justin, you know, it just seems like you're pulling these guys, you know, right behind you, where Nice was, you know, watching what you're doing, studying what you're doing, kind of find different times in that race where he was able to cross you up and, you know, get underneath you, get ahead of you and stuff. You know, they're all gunning for you. Do you feel that in the race where this competition seems to be creeping up on you a little bit more and more as the season went on, or were you pretty comfortable in saying, hey, you know, I'm in control. I've won 9 of these races. I'm going to win the rest. What are your thoughts at the end of this season versus the beginning of the season as to the competition kind of, you know, learning what they need to do to compete with you?
I mean, yeah, I'm always comfortable in my skills and what I know I can bring to the track, but these guys definitely, there's some of it as you can notice how their speed increasing during the season. Aiden's always been pretty good. Anytime he's behind me, he's quick in learning my line and picking it up, whether he's staying right on me or a little bit behind me. Every time he's behind me, he always tells me that he learns from me and he picks up speed and all that. So, I mean, it's only a matter of time until these guys are all over me. Aiden's pretty fast tonight. I was going to go and try to have a little fun and not pit at all tonight. I went down and got some gas so I can make it and got out front, but then my car started getting tight. Right around the time that caution come out for whoever it was that spun out of turn 2 around lap 75. I was like, well, I mean, I don't feel like blowing my right front tire in the season finale. I want to have some fun, at least try to mix it up. So I went in, got some tires, just try to get back to the lead and try to try to save a little bit of right front tire, but also mix it up a little bit with Aiden because he was fast. Have some fun. I mean, we're out here at Irwindale. You can throw it on the bottom, slide job somebody, and I know with him, I wasn't worried about him coming up and wrecking me, throwing it on the bottom. So I mean, I was more than willing to have some fun and all that, and it showed on the broadcast. I think we made it entertaining for people watching tonight, and like I said, I always say it every week. I think people that race me clean, Aiden's definitely one of them for sure.
Yeah, dude, it made an awesome race. You guys are switching it up, and we did notice when you went in the pits and to take tires, we were like, oh, that was surprising to everybody because it looked like you were still in command, but like you said, what it looks like on the broadcast and what you're feeling in the car is two different things. I'm sure that was a long race on tires as long as you went without changing them, and most of these guys had already came in to get tires. So, once again, Justin, dude, your skill level is absolutely insane. You're bringing it week in and week out. It. I'm going to hand you over the mic, man. Who do you have to thank for all this? What do you got to say? It's your time to shine, man.
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to thank Landon and everybody behind the scenes, LFRL, for having this great league for everybody to come out and run. Next season, I may run some. I'm probably not going to commit to running the full season, going for the championship, which I'm sure some people may like Aiden. I know he was rejoicing over it. But I'll come and mix it up, have a little fun. I just can't commit, especially this beginning of the time of the year or beginning of next year to running something each and every week. But I'll come out, support the league, have some fun, run some races, and mix it up with these guys and obviously some new faces. I'm sure they'll be recruiting some new people, and then I'll be looking forward to racing against some new faces, hopefully too. It's always fun learning new people and meeting new personalities and seeing where it goes. Want to thank, like I said, all these guys again, racing me clean each and every week, having to start from the back. It's always a challenge, but I always look forward to racing against people I know they ain't gonna give me an inch, but at the same time they're not gonna wreck me. So I mean, it makes it no problem for me and makes it have a little fun coming from the back. Thank JustinBrooksDesigns.com, Lightler Deer Processing, Crow Sim Shots, Levi's Photography, Hodges Sim Shots, all them guys making it happen. Thank you guys for always being a joy to talk to after each and every week. All the people watching out there tonight, hope you enjoyed the show, and yeah, look forward to next season and all that. And like I said, coming and making a few starts and having a little fun.
Well, Justin Brooks, man, you make it a lot of fun to watch on the broadcast, to see your dominance in the league and what you do, man. My suggestion to the league is you're gonna have to start running these races in reverse, man. Give some of these guys a little chance, a little good chance. But congratulations once again. I cannot congratulate you enough on a dominant season and being a champion, man. That's got to feel good. But right now, I'm gonna shoot it back up to Tracy to see if he has anything left for you guys. What do you got, Tracy?
Hey, Charles, appreciate it there, buddy. Yeah, I want to definitely give a shout out to Justin Brooks. Man, what a dominant season. What a great season he had. Again, like I said on the broadcast, he kind of shows these guys what this particular car is capable of. And also want to give Aiden Neese a shout out for making it interesting, running in second. Landon Brown, my nephew, bringing home a third, a podium. Man, the Browns don't get up into the podiums all that much, so that's always great. And Stephen Luttrell finishing in fourth. But top five in points, we've already interviewed our first four. I would also like to bring in Mr. Joel Farlow, number 24, who is finished in fifth in our points tonight. TheHendrickCars.com, number 24 Chevrolet. Joel, have you got a copy there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Joel. Well, I'm not sure that I've talked to you or not because I go through so many different leagues and so many different drivers. I do apologize. But you finished in our top five in our points for the overall season standings. Can you just give me a sense, a little feedback, if you will? What did you think about the league and running with us and that sort of thing?
I've had a really good time. It was fun racing around the people. Just watching Justin help me get a lot better in these cars. On here, these cars are very challenging to drive, very hard to get that little bit extra speed. I've definitely got a lot more of it. It's been very fun. I like the drivers racing around. There's been some races with a bunch of cautions, but you'll get that sometimes. But it's been very fun when we get some good green flag racing.
Yeah, what have you ever run this particular car before in a league, or is this your first time kind of dipping your toe into the water?
Yeah, this is my first time in these cars in a league.
Oh wow. So here you go, the first time in a league in a late model stock. I mean, that just kind of goes to reflect the amount of talent you've got. Personally, just like to congratulate you. I mean, there were 32 other, well, not 32 other, 31 other competitors that had signed up and actually ran a race for us this year. And for you to get to the top five and this is your first time, I mean, man, that's pretty doggone impressive. I mean, you got to feel pretty good about yourself or pretty confident with these cars. You think you may be running some more of these with us?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm definitely gonna try to run next season. And I hope maybe try to get a win since Justin's not gonna be running the full season. I don't know. There's still some really good drivers got to race against to get it though.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. I'm here to tell you, I'm one of these guys. I love racing. I racing myself. I kind of take care of the producing duties here, but I can guarantee you, if I was out there on the track, I'd be in the back third. Um, and so it's very impressive that you were able to bring home fifth position in the points this year. And I just would like to say congratulations. Um, is there anybody that you'd like to thank for your season that you've had here with us?
Um, I like to thank Landon. Me and him racing the Xfinity League. He got me into this league. It's been very fun. Not really anyone else. I ain't got no sponsors right now.
Well, I see HendrickCars.com. Are they not giving you a kickback?
Nah, they just let me put it on the car. It's just like
Okay.
BK Racing.
All right. Well, we'll try to work on that, man. Hopefully, we'll have to go through our final point standings or our final top 10. We've on December the 14th, and I'm gonna flash up a card real quick. We got the Super 5 Pro Cup Championship Series that will be between us and Ross Dalton Racing. December the 14th, we're going to be starting Southern National Raceway Park, 250 laps. I would really like to see for you, or really like to see you maybe contend with us on that. It's, you know, not a whole lot on the line here, but it's more of a fun type thing because this is what they used to do in the Hooters Pro Cup, where they had two different divisions between North and the South. But do you think you may be joining us in for those 5 races?
Oh yeah, heck yeah, that'd be a good way to kick off my birthday celebration.
Oh, when's your birthday?
Day after the 14th.
December the 15th. Everybody, mark your calendars. Joel Farlow's birthday. How old will you be?
All number 16. Got the Greg Biffle number coming up.
Oh my goodness, what a child we have here, guys. But hey, I tell you what, he's driving way above his years that he has here. The guy absolutely did a wonderful job here with us. Joel, I would just like to say again, congratulations on your top 5 in points. Look forward to you racing with us here some more. And so, anyway, I'm going to see if I can't get Charles to join me back in here and see if we can have some final comments or whatnot. Charles, have you got anything to add to the finale of the season here with the Leadfoot Racing League?
I really don't have. I don't know what to say. I mean, this I kind of stumbled upon the league. Like I said, I was a spectator one night. Just kind of stumbled in here, and it was like, hey, come up in the booth, and um, now I feel I look at the competition. I look at the race and the close races week in and week out. Man, I'm excited to see what happens next with this league. Um, I I I can't imagine it's going to be any less exciting. I think it's just going to get more and more exciting. Like tonight, this was a season finale, and I think these drivers have a lot unturned. Man, they got a lot more to go get. I think this season left a lot of guys wanting a lot more. So there's going to be a lot more racing in this league coming forward, guys. Stay tuned to what's going on next. As fans, this is going to be the place to be.
Well, I appreciate that, Charles. I'm here to tell you, man. It's like I said a little bit earlier. I think we got some of the best late model drivers on iRacing, some of the best in the world. Granted, you know, there are going to be some other leagues or whatnot, but I mean, top to bottom, man, I don't know. It's hard for me personally to imagine a league having any tougher competition all gathered up into one position. So anyway, like I said or mentioned to Joel, please, if you would, everyone who's watching, join us back here on December the 14th at Southern National Raceway Park for 250 laps. It'll be the Leadfoot Racing League. I'm not going to say versus. That's not what we're talking about here. It's just going to be the Leadfoot Racing League and Ross Dalton Racing League. We're kind of joining forces here. Their top 10. I hate to say versus. It's our top 10 and their top 10. We're going to have 20 drivers. We're going to run 5 laps. And at the end of it, we're not going to run 5 laps. We're going to run 5 races. 5 races. Boy, that would be a shootout, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would, Tracy.
So we're going to be running at Southern National, Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park, Concord Motor Speedway, and Thompson Speedway. Man, I mean, that's a variety there. Yeah, and USA Speedway for the championship race of the 5-race series. It's more or less just a homage back to the way the Hooters Pro Cup used to do it back in the day between North and South. Had a 5-race championship series at the end. That's what we're trying to replicate. Hopefully we can kind of bring the excitement. I know as a big fan of this, I had my favorite drivers for both the South Division and the North. Could not wait for the final 5 races of the year to put them all together and just see who would shake out to be our championship winner. But with all that being said, I'm not sure if Landon Brown has his ears on or not. Landon Brown, you got your ears on. Landon Brown. Okay. Apparently he's not tuned in. But what I would like to do is offer up a final. Oh, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, alrighty. So before we sign off for this season, I would just like to offer you the opportunity to kind of give, or more or less thank everyone that you would like to kind of give a little shout out here and makes this league and this series that we run possible.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of guys that help us out in this thing. So I'm just gonna run through the list of everybody that I know because there's a lot of people that make this happen. So, of course I gotta thank Eastern Technical Design, Triple B Racing, MHD Design, W Energy, Tricked Out Decals, Joyner Brothers Racing, Blue Line Soft Wash, 213 Simware, Tar River Environmental, Four Wide Motorsports, Community Radio Network, Golden Racing, Wild Ops, Leadfoot TV, Lucky Ducks Motorsports, Tiltify, and Levi Photography, man. Everybody that just helps this thing go on, it means a lot. There's a lot of people that help uh, get us to where we're at now. Just super appreciative of all those people I just listed. That's everybody top to bottom that's just been with us since the start.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody, well, there's been a lot of different people who have contributed in different manners, both large and small, but it takes all of them to be able to produce what we have today or to be able to present what we do each and every week here. So I would just like to say thank you again to everyone who has sponsored us, helped us out. Um, Want to give a shout out to the admins. I'm not really sure if they get enough credit or not. We don't talk about that, but that would be Landon Brown, his dad Lenny Brown, Jason Woodham, and well, I'll throw my name in there. Technically, I'm an admin, but more or less, I'm just running the broadcast these days. But it takes an awful lot. Just would like to let everyone know there's an awful lot that goes on behind the scenes with decisions, with graphics, with information. It does take an awful lot, way more than what I anticipated, and I'm not sure. I don't want to be putting words in your mouth here, Landon. Is it more than what you thought it would take to be able to run a league?
Oh, 100%. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes that people don't realize, until you try to explain it to them, and then they're sort of like, "Wow, I've always thought about running a league, but now, it makes me second guess myself." And and there's people that can run leagues with minimal uh support, I guess, but to get something built to where we've gotten Leadfoot built, it takes so much effort, so many people, so many little things done right. Because if you don't do the little things right, they snowball, and you get big problems. So you know, the admin meetings every week, whether they're in person, whether they're through Discord meetings, it's
Yeah.
just always talking about something, trying to find new solutions to new problems, and just building everything where it needs to be, and we don't ever stop. There is no stop, there is no quit. We just try to build this thing up to its full potential, and we appreciate everybody that puts their effort into it as well.
Yeah, and me personally, I would like to give a shout out to you there, Landon. Granted, your dad, who's a little bit camera shy, doesn't really come on here a lot, but he is one of the brains behind this thing. Lenny Brown helps us out an awful lot. Me, Landon, and Lenny kind of get together, but got to give a little special shout out there to Landon. He puts together all the social media stuff. He works also as race control while he's actually doing the race and putting together the schedule. He is more or less the guy that kind of pulls everything together, all everybody's ideas together, and so we kind of all work together. But Landon is the conduit that kind of actually produces all this stuff, and I wouldn't say that any one thing is that tremendous of a task, but it's just everything added up together that has to be done every single week in order to get this thing up and running. Would you agree with that, Landon?
Well, I really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, but it's something that I, enjoy doing, and I look forward to doing it, and that's why, I do it every day. And I'm not the only one that does stuff like this. I mean, it goes right back to you, Tracy. You know, you do a lot behind the scenes as well for me and for everybody else on the broadcast. Everybody that's watching, all of these overlays you're seeing, all of these points you see on the screen in the commercials, like Tracy did those. He sat down for hours and worked on those things, and it goes unnoticed by a lot of people. So I just want to bring that to light as well. It's absolutely amazing what he's done for the league and for me and for everybody that he's around. It's a pleasure being able to have somebody like him to work with and for us to sort of support each other.
Well, Landon, oh my God, I'm blushing. Anyway, I appreciate the kind words, buddy. I just wanted to make sure everyone knew or I wanted to give you and your dad, Lenny, a shout out there because there's an awful lot that goes on. And Jason Woodham, too, by the way, who's one of our admins. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that no one ever sees. And speaking of behind the scenes no one ever sees, Mr. Charles Oberg. Sir, I would like to thank you. I think Wesley has pointed out earlier in this race that more or less sent out a 911 call a couple of different times to where he was going to have to bolt out, and the last thing anybody needs is me sitting here trying to do a broadcast by myself. And I would like to thank you, sir, for kind of coming in, helping us out here, man, and really doing a fine job broadcasting. Everybody's tickled to death for what you're doing. And I would just like to send a shout out to you and just say thank you very much.
No, I appreciate that, Tracy, and it's absolutely a pleasure working with you, man. Like you said, the other man on the couch, the guy watching, something I grew up watching my whole life. So this is nothing new to me. It's just, getting to watch a race with a friend on a Sunday night and, enjoying something together, I just feel like I'm sitting in the bleachers with you, man, and we're having a good old time. Not much of an announcer, not much of a broadcast, face or whatever, but I'm definitely a fan. And, as a fan, I could tell you what's going on as much as possible. You guys put on a great show, and I'm absolutely proud of being here, doing something and enjoying a great friendship with all of you guys. And that's more than I could ever have imagined, getting into iRacing and, doing this as a hobby. I've made a lot of great friends, and that's the pinnacle of any experience.
Yeah. Charles, I just want to give you a piece of advice, man. Look, stay away from the SKs and you'll do fine. Just
no, those are my. No.
I know.
I'm
Guys,
from the Northeast. I can't.
Okay, everybody. Look, producer Tracy here. Just want to sign off for season number 4. Congratulations again to Justin Brooks and Aiden Neese. And really want to give a shout out to Stephen Luttrell. I can't remember exactly where he finished out in our points, but he hung around with us here. Jason Woodham, like I said. Chris Norris, appreciate you, brother, sponsoring the race here, man. Couldn't do it without you, and I really just want to say real quick, hey, thank you for everything that you do to help us out here, buddy. If you're there, that's the only thing.
Roger that.
Okay. Well,
Glad to be able to help.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate it, Chris. I think we're going to wrap it up here for Justin Brooks, Aiden Neese, Landon Brown, our podium finishers, Charles Oberg, Wesley Outland, and everyone else here who makes this thing such a special thing to yours truly. I would just like to say thank you very much, and especially our viewers there. Just would like to say, hey, I'm kind of living the dream, sitting here watching great racing every single week, and I hope you guys are too. But anyway, look, if nothing else, stay tuned. We'll have more details coming up shortly here on what's going on. But if nothing else, we're going to be running the Super 5 series as kind of can't miss TV. So anyway, everybody have a good night. Appreciate you joining in, and we'll see you soon.